Okay, I'm getting ready to call my representatives and ask them to expedite funding for Ukraine because we're at an urgent impasse and the holidays are coming up. And if we don't get the funding for Ukraine, horrific things are going to happen in Ukraine very soon. And for democracy in general, potentially leading to World War III. I know that sounds hyperbole, but it is not. It is not hyperbolic at all. That is the situation. If you talk to anybody who's in the know about geopolitics, we must stop Putin, and Ukraine cannot stop Putin without United States help. So the folks I'm calling are my representatives here in New York. They are generally supportive of Ukraine. However, they may, hold such a stance on the southern border that, on immigration, that they, don't negotiate with Republicans. I don't think that's the case. I think Democrats, generally speaking, across the board, are very supportive of Ukraine, and it's the Republicans that are holding it up, and it's a very small slice of them, but some of them are meeting with Viktor Orban in Hungary about actively preventing funding for Ukraine, which I find unconscionable, illogical, and certainly against the best interests of the United States, not to mention our moral obligation to Ukraine. So I'm going to call and just log my support. It's very important that you just give your zip code, your name, and let them know you want them to have to continue funding for Ukraine in 2024. That checks it off as a supporter. And believe it or not, these numbers matter. So let's start with Senator Chuck Schumer. He's a Democrat here in New York, and he's my representative in New York. And I'll put him on speaker. Hi, my name is Robert Rose. I'm a constituent of Mr. Schumer, and I'm calling to express my support for Ukraine and asking him to please do what he has to do to make sure that that funding continues.
Sure. Can I take down your zip code?
Sure. It's 10036.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just think he needs to get it done because Putin is a far bigger threat to the United States security than anything in the southern border.
Well, thank you for the call.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, so as you can see, that was pretty civil, pretty simple. There's no need to get complicated. That's a lesson I've learned over the course of doing this. So let's call our next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in here to the Razam site. You have the link, and I'm looking for my elected, we know the president and the vice president are, it's the Senate and the representatives. So Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, hope I'm saying her name correctly. I click on her link, and then I have the phone number. Phones, you can also send them an email. You can also reach out on social media, but if you call on the phone, they log it, and it's much better. Right now, they're in session, so call them at their Washington, D.C. number. So I'm just going to call her right now.
Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York. If you are receiving this message, you have either called outside of our normal business hours or all of our lines are currently busy. Please leave a message after the tone and we will attend to your call as soon as possible. Thank you for calling.
Hello, my name is Robert Rose. I am a constituent of Senator Gillibrand. My zip code is 10036, and I am calling to express my concern that funding for Ukraine in 2024, for 2024 to continue, has not been approved. And I am urging Senator Gillibrand to please do whatever she can to advance this funding. Vladimir Putin is a much more dangerous threat to freedom and democracy around the world and here in the United States than anything that's happening in our southern border. And we should do whatever we have to do to make sure that Ukraine has the tools to win this war, and we should not abandon them. Thank you so much.